What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Grey Man Operations. Today's video is going to be a bit of a mail time, a first impressions. I've got to show you all that comes with my new Canik SFX. I got the battle pack, which, as you will see in this video, contains a lot more than just a Canik SFX. I also got a little gift from the folks over at Canik. I was supposed to be at Huntex, so all the people who were coming to Huntex got like this little gift, but I wasn't able to make it in as it turned out, so I'm still keeping it though. I'm going to put this down here for a second. I want to start off with something that's not related to that, and that is, actually, you know what, let me start on a different place. My patrons, guys, we need to decide what our next Patreon giveaway is going to be. Remember in April I gave away 2 of those laser training kits. We've got to decide on what the May Patreon giveaway is going to be, so let me know down below. I'm thinking I'm going in between Holosun Red Dot, Trauma Kit, maybe a backpack or 2. You guys let me know. Also, check this out. So, this claw wedge was designed by one of our own patrons designed this wedge, and it fits on the Shinobi Kydex holsters. Now I've been testing, he sent me like 5 or 6 if I remember correctly. I've been testing it on my holster and it dramatically increases concealment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to buy some of these, and then if you are a patron, I'm going to literally hook you up with one of these for free. If you have a Shinobi Kydex holster, all you have to do is cover shipping. But yeah, I'm going to try to get my hands on these and literally give it to any one of my patrons who owns a Shinobi Kydex holster, because it really does push concealment up another level. So don't forget to let me know what do you guys want me to give away on Patreon next month. If you want to join on Patreon, it's the first link in the video description below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, the link is in the first comment. So this package is what delayed last week's video. What this is, as you guys saw, I'm carrying the Canik Mailtime SFX, and the SFX comes with an optic mount for the Shield RMSC footprint. If you want to know what that is, this is a Shield RMSC, and yes, it is as small as what you think it is. This is actually the RMSW, W standing for waterproof, but it was one of the very early, like super subcompact style red dots, right? I'm talking early days of this kind of thing, you know, they had the built-in side channel so you could use your standardized sights. And so the Mailtime series of Caniks generally come with this footprint. Now, while it works fine, and the RMSC, I mean, probably still is, but was a great red dot for its time, I like a bit of options. So the folks at SA Laser Engraving, who, I mean, you guys know I've dealt with SA Laser Engraving for ages. They do all my guns. This is basically a complete SA Laser Engraving build. This is a standard Glock 19 Gen 4, well, was standard. Now have optic plates for the Mailtime series of Canik. So you can have either a RMR plate, which will obviously fit most of your optics, it'll fit most of your Holosuns. And if you have a subcompact Holosun, the standard cutout on the Mailtime series, but also a plate, can you believe it, that fits my Aimpoint Acro. We are going to be talking about this gun a lot going forward, but I don't want this video to be all about this gun and my thoughts on it, but we're definitely going to be talking about it a lot. So the reason I wanted to put this video on hold is because I wanted to test both plates before talking to you guys about it. So what I did was I ran my SFX with the RMR plate, but with the Siley Wolf X Pro, which I'm testing for review on my SFX. Can tell you was able to zero it using my laser target system that I gave away 2 weeks ago. The Strikeman target systems from Auction Armory. It held zero, the plate stayed tight, it was super solid. I have no complaints. I've now got the Siley Optics Wolf X Pro on my Glock. The Glock is going to go forward as being my test platform. Okay, red dots and things like that. This is going to be all tested out on the Glock. The reason for that is because I feel like it's the most commonly used footprint out there. Most people are running Glocks. So when a company, like a random company or a company I don't know much about, like Siley, send me an optic, I'm going to chuck it on the Glock and do its testing. I am also going to start drop testing. We're going to start dropping it. Then, this past week, I ran the Aimpoint Acro. I'll tell you straight up, I test a lot of red dots, but like the Acro is one of my favorite red dots. I'm just really comfortable with this red dot. I like the tunnel it creates. I just really like it. Now, a lot of people ask about what accuracy is like and how accurate I shoot and all those things. I'm never shy about that. Like, I will say straight up, I'm not the world's best shooter. When I was running the Wolf X Pro, and I remember this was my very first day with the gun, so I was getting used to trigger. So it's not the best. It's not the best grouping. Okay, so we're looking at about a handprint size at about, I think it was about 8 or 9 meters. Okay, so that is what it is. This was the very, very first grouping. I'm not satisfied with maybe this down here, but up here, it can go. You know, I'm okay. I'm not happy, but I'll live. Then with the Aimpoint Acro, this, what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4 year upset me. The rest I can live with at the same distance. And as you guys are seeing and saw from the B-roll, it was sort of a bit of dynamic shooting, and it wasn't just standing there aiming and shooting. There was one reload ones, I was firing multiples, you know, really getting used to the firearm. And I highly recommend you do it when you do get the new firearm, because the trigger on this on the SFX is spectacular. Let me show you quickly what I'm talking about. So firearm is empty and safe. As you can see, the chamber flag isn't raised, but we will just show you guys we're empty. This trigger, ladies and gentlemen, nothing, break. Now check this. How insane. Oh my goodness. It is absolutely, it's crazy. The trigger on this SFX is ridiculous. Now, guys, something I do want to say about Canik is selling their rugby, right? It's a SFT, and they're selling it for like 7,900, something like that. You get this trigger, magwell, optic cut, tritium sights. Guys, it's a stupidly cheap gun, and you get a lot of accessories with it. So if you are looking at buying your first gun or your next gun, definitely check out the guys at Canik. I know the rugby is painted green and gold. If that's not your style, send it to SA Laser Engraving for a Cerakote, and it'll still be probably about 6,000 Rand cheaper in South Africa than pretty much any gun any respectable gun you can get. Let's talk about what you get in the box when you buy the Canik SFX Battle Pack. So first of all, you get this really, really cool box with, I don't know if you guys can see, airlock. It's really cool. And then it's going to be difficult to show. Let me just get my notes out of the way. You get a literal ton of stuff, and I'm going to show you each and everything. Okay, so let's get things going. A 20 round mag, another 20 round mag, an 18 round mag, another 18 round mag, Canik branded speed loader, the most over engineered cleaning kit in the history of cleaning kits, Canik tool with various screws, mounting screws and keys inside, backstrap, another backstrap, a third backstrap on the gun, Canik branded punch tool, heavy recoil spring, standard recoil spring. The spring in the gun that I'm using is the third one, which is the light recoil spring. Canik branded non-light bearing outside the waistband holster. Light bearing outside the waistband holster for the Olight PL Pro. Canik branded safety lock. The Mechanic M01 red dot with safety shroud, optic plates, optic cover plate, mechanic installation and adjustment tool, Olight PL Pro weapon mounted light, PL Pro charging cable and manual, dual outside the waistband mag carrier, a Canik branded mag well, the Canik SFX handgun, and a shit ton of manuals designed to teach you how to clean your gun and not shoot yourself in the face while doing it. Guys, I think you and I can agree that is a lot of gear. It's basically a everything in one box type deal. Let's jump in. So as I said, this is from the folks over at Canik. So let's get to it. Canik branded notebook. Canik branded notebook. Thank you letter from Canik. Terran Tactical coin. Another Terran Tactical coin. Canik SFT rugby branded peak cap. Another Canik SFT rugby branded peak cap. Canik catalog. What looks like a size large Canik Springbok style jersey. And what looks like a size medium Canik Springbok style jersey. Now I'm assuming there's two of everything in a large and a medium because one of these is meant to be for Michelle, but I can tell you I'm keeping both Terran Tactical coins. Okay, Mama didn't raise no fool. So that I'm keeping for myself. So a huge thanks to the folks at Canik. We're going to do a pocket dump in a second. Guys, if you are a Patreon, please remember to just give me your ideas for our next Patreon giveaway. Like I said, I'm thinking Holosun Red Dot. I'm also thinking trauma kit. I'm also thinking backpack. I'm also thinking knife. Right? So we've got to talk about what we are doing as our next Patreon giveaway. Let's do the pocket dump. Okay, so Urban Warrior t-shirt, Urban Warrior jeans. As always, this is the best EDC jeans on the market. Like really, it's freaking great. In my utility pocket at the back, I've got my Leatherman Scaly tool. As always, tragedy. I lost my bit. You know the Leatherman Scaly tool comes with this bit kit. I've got the flat, but I've lost the star. Oh, kill me now. Cloud Defense MCH with Thirm switchback in the center pocket. Coming around to the middle, we've got the K-Bar TDI, as you've seen. Actually in the standard sheath, it's working perfectly. And then in a Shinobi Kydex, this is a Katana 2.0 where I just took the mag carrier off. I've got my Canik SFX Surefire X300 Aimpoint Acro. Technically standard Canik trigger, but it's probably the best trigger out there. And a magwell. And then I've got discrete carry concept clips and that wing adjustment thing that I've been speaking about, which drastically increases the concealment. Put this guy on. Guys, the DCC clips are not as hard to put on as what people think they are. They're actually quite simple once you know. And then the knife I'm carrying is the Benchmade Griptilian. Dudes, not a super long video today. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. Videos are going to be coming more and more. We've got quite a lot planned for Patreon, so please join up on there. We finally got our Patreon set up like we wanted, so that's going to be a good deal. I will chat to you guys in the week. Have a good week. Be safe, train hard. Cheers. God bless.